Oh boy. Why is this so hard? It wasn't this hard before. I don't get it. Hmm. I don't get why I'm not able to connect to the one that I set up. You get that? I'm on a whole different live that's not connected to the one that I set up. Why? And I'm tired, groggy, because I just woke up. So now I'm looking at the thing. It's an extra one. It's different. Come on, man. No, not streaming software. See, is that the problem here? Not streaming software. Nothing about streaming software. See, I'm stuck on streaming software, and it's not that. Okay, so how can I shut that up? Mm, stream kit. Hey, peace, brother Tyrone. What's good? Yeah, man. You're like somehow you're smart, right? Because you got to the stream. This is like a stream that is a different one than the one that's set up. I'm over there on the other one trying to get it to go live, and it keeps asking me about streaming software. So it's like I don't want to be on this one, but this one I had to just make because that one won't take. So I don't know what that's about. So now I just want to close it down and shut it out. Then if I ain't gonna be able to use it, so I'm like back and forth, bro. Uh, man, I'm somehow thinking about. I'm trying to see how I can knock this down. Let me see. More actions. I'm gonna just see if I can erase it and just get it deleted forever. Delete forever and ever. Bear with me 1 second, bro. Deleting videos. Okay, it's saying it's deleting it, so. Alright, let me just go over here. That's a bummer, man. I want to connect to the one that people can link into from where they're at. Now nobody's gonna be able to link in. They're gonna have to be smart, but never. I'm like they're not gonna think about it like you did, like or see it wherever you saw it. I don't know how you got here, but I don't know. You got here, so what's up, bro, man? It looks like it's me and you so far, bro. Just me and you hanging out in the spot. What's going on, bro? You what's on your mind? I think you must have walked away. Share. Not to choose. Cancel that. Um, oh, okay. That wasn't that. Can you hear me? Mm, Brother Tyrone, can you hear me? Can you hear me? I guess not. Hmm. Um, oh, yes. Okay, yes. All right, cool. All right, bro. So it's just me and you, man. What's on your mind? Had trouble typing in comment section, kept glitching out. Oh, okay. Yeah, I don't know what's going on with things, but okay, that thing is still trying to erase. So it finally erased. Oh man, I don't know how to do this live thing because I think I had a similar problem last time where I couldn't go in live for some reason. And I was trying to do it on my phone, I couldn't get it. You know what I'm saying? It was just weirded, and I don't know. I guess they say practice makes perfect. So I don't got enough practice with this. 'Cause this show ain't perfect. But yeah. So here to do some free readings, man. I'm a little groggy because I was laying down. Let's see, had a general question, but they always put this heart, these emojis right in front of the comment. So I can't see where it is. I can't see part of the dang question. It's always something goofy. Hold up. Let me see if I can see how I can arrange this so that this thing leaves out of it. But kind of random stuff, but it's on my mind. Okay. It's like after, okay, you say, I had a general question, but right there, the big heart is. So I can't see where it is. And then it picks up at kind of random stuff, but, but it's on my mind. Yeah. All right, man. Well, shoot at me, man. You know what I'm saying? Maybe while we're here, others will come. You know what I'm saying? Or not. You know what I'm saying? To be just me and you, and we can rap about it and try to decipher what you're saying. Maybe if I leave a comment, I can lift it. Let's see. Put an emoji in there that says. So you can't make this simple. Y'all give me the black looking crazy emojis nobody using. Okay, now it lifts your comment. Now I can see. It says, okay, but it's kind of random, but it's on my mind. All right, man. So, I'll wait for you to put that in there so I can get it. But how you been, brother, man? You know what I'm saying? My brother Tyrone, man, you've been around forever, man. You've been around for, a good minute. You know what I'm saying? Definitely an OG in the spot. Good seeing you around here. Says, does the grand wait? No, I need my old man. He's on the wrong tripping. Does the grandfather play a significant role spiritually to grandchildren? Have you ever come across that concept? Let me see if I can once again move it up. Okay. Grandchildren, have you ever come across? Does the grandfather? Well, absolutely. I mean, you know, all of your dead or deceased, relatives, they have the opportunity to come to you and you can communicate with them. You know what I mean? You know, it's yeah, absolutely. You know what I'm saying? It's just a matter of their how tuned in you are with each other. Are they tuned into you? Are you tuned into them? But you'll be able to receive them somehow. You know what I'm saying? If you are, some level of open, right? Some level of, psychic receptivity, through dreams, through meditations. You know what I'm saying? You, you know, if you have some items of your grandfather's, you know what I'm saying? Get some of those items and sit down. Sit down, create a little shrine with some of those items on there, and like say a cigar. You know what I mean? And light the cigar. You know what I mean? Make an offering, that type of thing, and call your grandfather by name. You know what I'm saying? Then go into trance. You should be able to, you know, again, it's a matter of your proficiency in meditation and going into trance and things like that. But it's possible. Let's put it that way. It's definitely possible to connect with your grandfather, grandmother. So, even ancients, like, yeah, some of us have experiences where you have ancient relatives or ancient Shepsu ancestors who, come up and, they are your spirit guides, you know? So, yeah, it's definitely 100% possible to connect with them. Do you have an experience where that happened or something like that? Long story short, when I was in a low state, was not spiritual. I was getting strong essence of grandfather, and I heard and learned about your people. That's how I tuned into Kemet teachings. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. 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 I mean, definitely. Those who came before us. They just like, think about the people that you love. When you go, it's likely you're going to, stick around or come back to help them. You know what I'm saying? You know. Um, so absolutely, like I said, some of them become spirit guides. Like my grandma, who, when she was here, I was real close to her. You know what I mean? She comes through. I call her Grandpoo. My Grandpoo comes to me at various times. 2 years ago, then I received synchronicities, patterns, etc. Then turned out, raise it. Turned out my DNA went back to that. Feel like he guides. Yeah. Yeah, no doubt. No doubt. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? If you know how to, you should definitely be pouring libation and mentioning his name when you do. You making offerings, making shrine, that type of thing. I haven't really thought about him until then. So so feels like he came to me. Thank you for your response. Yeah, yeah, man, definitely. You know what I mean? Yeah, man, that's something. We definitely need to be cultivating those relationships because they are the relationships that can bring clarity. You know what I'm saying? Man, like when my ancestors started to come to me, that just opened up whole new worlds. I got Asian ancestors. I didn't know I had Asian ancestors till my ancestor came to me. Started telling me stuff. You know what I mean? Started telling me different things about my health, and I got tuned into Asian traditional Chinese medicine, understanding about the acupuncture and acupressure and things like that. Yes, I have his picture in my basement. That's how it started. Yeah, man. Absolutely. Yeah. Yeah, man. But definitely tap into Chef Sue. They're gonna tell you about it. They're gonna tell you what it is. You know what I mean? Tell you about your history. Tell you about where you came from. You know what I mean? What your past was like. You know what I mean? Give you a clue. I got old ancestors who I don't, like if I say the name of one of my great ancestors, y'all gonna be like, yeah, right. You know what I mean? So I try not to go there or whatever, but yeah, man, the ancestors are there with you, absolutely. Just as you're gonna be, you know what I mean? Depending on, if it's your destiny to teach or to guide, you know what I'm saying? When you leave here, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, man, it's all about you know, the old lifting up the young. You know what I'm saying? And that's what we are. You know what I mean? But you find out through your ancestors that you had relationships with them back in the days. You know what I'm saying? People say old spirit. That stuff is true. You know what I mean? Some of us are old spirits walking this planet, and you know the ancestors come back to confirm it. You know, what the crap did I do? Hold up, 1 second. Seems like I can't. Okay, I don't know what the heck I did, but that's how I got the concept of balance. He showed me how to use one. He showed me how to use one when I was 4. Uh, and I had a flash of lucid memory, and I heard balance is the key. How to use what? And hey, Adrian B says, I'm not sure how much you know about human design, but with human design, I have my conscious personality sun gate hexagram 3. Hmm. Any thoughts on how to navigate this in life? I'm 50 years old. Okay. All right. So, all right. 1 second. Okay. Let me deal with the end of what we was talking about with Tyrone. All right, Tyrone. Let me go back to the comment. That's how I got the concept of balance. He showed me how to use balance, how to use one. When I was 4, and I had a flash of lucid memory, and I have balance is the key. Right. So then I said, use what? And you said a level. Is that the right sequence of stuff, Tyrone? I'm not sure where we went with that. I'm not. So I couldn't get where. Somewhere in the comment, I think there was a word that was missing. It kind of threw me off from exactly what the idea was. Yes, a level. So he showed you how to use a level. Oh, okay, a level, as in what, masonry, right? Um, Drafting or something like that. A level. He showed. Okay, your grandfather showed you how to use something from the spirit realm. Good stuff. Absolutely. Yeah, man. They're gonna. Absolutely. I have a similar experience where my people showed me how to use certain things. Show me certain acupressure points that I should be dealing with. That I should be looking up and, finding out, because of whatever they saw with my health that I needed to attend to. You know what I mean? So, yeah, man, absolutely. um, they are in the house. Yeah, I should have wrote that was a Mason actually at one time. Ah, okay. I get it. I get it. Now you said a level. I was like, level? Like, I'm like, what is he talking about level? Like, we rise up levels, something like that. Okay. All right. That's peace. So, all right. Adrian B says, I'm not sure how much you know about human design, but with human design, I have my conscious personality sun gate hexagram 3. Any thoughts? Okay, so human design. I'm not sure I've heard the term human design. I do know about hexagram 3 somewhat. I do know about, it's talking about the sun, right? I'm not sure, I just recently watched your video, hexagram 3 video yesterday. Okay, right. Well, I know about that, but yeah, I'm not familiar with the term human design and how divination is used in that concept. You know, maybe you can school me. You know what I mean? You got any information on that? What can I know about that? It says I'm a conscious personality in 3. Yeah, I'm not. I'm not conscious personality. Conscious slash personality sun gate, sun in gate, or slash hexagram 3. I'm not familiar with the term or that terminology, the way that you use it there. So, Yeah, you gotta enlighten us, Adrian B. Let me know what you're talking about. How familiar are you with that uh, form of divination? I suppose is that a way to use the hexagrams? It sounds like a variation of using E King, right? A variant of how to use the system. Do I have this thing on delay? Oh, okay. That's what it is. Close. Okay, so I close that. Let me see here. Maybe I have this thing on delay. Timestamps pop out. No, I'm not sure. Okay, thank you very much. I'm not sure if I answered anything. I think I was waiting on you to school me about that concept. Um, you know, the different. What's the difference of that and how we use E King? You know, or how I use E King. Um, I think it's on delay though. Let's see. How can I get it off delay? I can recall things in detail from as early as age 2, including dreams at that time, and can see it in my mind's eye. I wonder if that is a form of astral projection. A form of astral projection. You know, I mean, well, understanding that things in the spirit can definitely go off clock, right? There's no, like time is something that we deal with, but and we can go to the future, we can go to the past. So yeah, I mean, I would say so. You know what I mean? Without necessarily being trained in those terms. Just understanding the concepts though. I mean, yeah, there's definitely, I mean, I've done the same thing. I've gone to my birth. I've seen stuff that happened the day of my birth, coming out of the womb. The doctors probably wow, the stuff that happened in that day. I was probably a little feisty. I came out a little feisty because of the way that doctor handled me. but, um, but yeah, man, it's absolutely possible. I mean, yeah, we go back to different lives. You know what I mean? It's 100% possible to get in the spirit and do stuff, go places, and you know what I'm saying. That's the thing. When you have those little flashes of light that come, in memories and things like that, that's when you really get in meditation and concentrate on that moment. You know what I mean? That's when you can really, go to that place. You know what I'm saying? And like as a matter of fact, that's what spirit is trying to tell you to do. It's like concentrate on this for like, let me show you this vision. Boom. All right. Now go in the trance with that. And no doubt, when you do that, you're gonna go to a place where you'll learn something about your past, something about your life. I can go into memories and look around. I thought I thought I was just strange, but been like that my whole life. I can recall stuff. Mm, don't from age 40. Lift it up again. Stuff mom don't know. Probably. I recall stuff mom don't recall. Okay, I got it. From 40 years ago. Yeah. Yeah, yeah. You got a good relationship with Offset. A good Offset faculty. The memory is up. Okay, thank you. I was never taught these things. It's just the way I always and thought most people were like that. Yeah, always was. Yeah, 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 yeah. Well, I don't know about most people. That's the thing. You know what I mean? Most people don't have access to their faculty of memory or their faculty of trance like that, right? Memory to that degree. To the point that we can recall, old stuff like that. Yeah, and 100% it's a skill to be cultivated. You know what I mean? It's talent that we all have. All of us are psychic. to some level. It's just a matter of how much we cultivate it. All of us have the ability to go into our trance faculty and do stuff. But some of us rather watch TV. Some of us got now concerns that we would rather be doing. So it's just all about cultivation, man. It's all about what you cultivate. You know what I mean? If you work that, then yeah. Just like I was saying today, it's all about practice. Practice makes perfect. 100%. So in this with the spiritual stuff, you know what I mean? To the degree that you go ahead and practice that shot is when you can be, how much you're going to be able to count on it, you know what I mean, to do what you wanted to do. So, yeah, man. Yeah, I would definitely say if have, whatever mystical experiences, things that come to you in dreams, sit down in meditation and really, focus on that. You know what I mean? It's hard sometimes, like, to, like, separate now life from you spiritual aspirations and things like that. You know what I mean? Sometimes we just get lazy about doing that type of stuff, but that's what's called for. You know what I mean? Absolutely, that's what's called for. You Yeah, man. My first question was, where do we come from? Our origins. When I was 3, with no concept of God. Hold up. Keep pressing the wrong button. With no concept of God, but mom said I didn't cry as baby like, and I was in meditative state. Yeah, um, yeah. I mean, they say that when we come out, right, when we first come out, we're still connected to God. Like we're not too far from where we came. You know what I mean? At that point, right? The further time goes on this planet, right, on this plane, right, the further we get away from that moment. You know what I mean? So yeah, absolutely. When you first come out, you're more connected. You had a, it sounds like you were, more meditative, right? You were more in your seker or more in your osir, right? You had more connection to God. Period. You know what I'm saying? Well, I cried when hungry, out of necessity. Yeah, yeah, like because you couldn't talk yet. Like, mom, give me some of that milk. You know what I'm saying? But absolutely, you know, um, yeah, yeah. That's why when they talk about uh, people have a lot of psychic experiences when they're a child, and then as they grow up, some of these start to lessen because you get further and further away from the heaven from which you came, right? From that, that God source. I guess that umbilical to heaven kind of fades as you have experiences that kind of cloud those memories. I mean, just being new on the planet, you don't have many memories yet. So yeah, those are the memories you have. Those of being connected to God and being open, and now you can see the spiritual realm and all of this stuff. You ever see babies sitting there in the crib or whatever, and they start looking, you sitting right here with the baby going looking all around you. They looking at the stuff that's going on around you. You know what I'm saying? Because they open, they still open, they still connected to heaven. Must have. She said he was always there, and I said, well, who put him there? So was seeing holistically then. So today it makes sense. Feels like a film full of lessons. Emily? Feel like a film full of lessons. I believe I recall these things for things or reasons so far back. For a reason. Yeah, man. I mean, absolutely, man. I mean, it's like again, I mean, you were more tapped into your gifts then. You know what I mean? So, that's a clue, man. That is 100% a clue of, something you're supposed to be tuning into now. You know what I mean? You know, if you don't use it, you lose it. You know what I'm saying? But, you can always get it back. Again, it's just about practice. You know what I mean? If that's where you put your mind, then that's where your energy is going to go. You know, practice those abilities now, and who knows what you could be doing. You know what I mean? You know, you know, definitely. You told me something about. I remember you said something in the email. You said something about starseed. You know what I mean? And that was the first time I've really ever really considered that uh, concept. You know what I mean? On me, like I've heard prior to that, I heard the term and things like that, but I never really, And then I started thinking about things. I started thinking about things that I've been always able to do. Certain psychic stuff that I've always had. Then I started thinking about certain intentions that I've always had. And I started looking up my old raps. Right? I said some stuff in my old raps from 20 years ago that that really speak to some of that stuff, man. I was actually on the floor, like, whoa, what is this? You know what I'm saying? Some of the things, some of the lines that I said like years ago in my verses, what I mean? I see them so differently now because back then I was on a path to do, certain things that I find that I'm doing. You know what I mean? Um, but yeah, I mean, it, I just was thinking about how you told me that concept. You know what I mean? But that concept can be applied to you. I think listening to your experiences. You know what I'm saying? It sounds like you have some or have some sort of latent gift. You know what I mean? That you can tap into. It's just a matter of you. You know what I mean? Doing it, getting your discipline on. You know what I mean? How bad do you want to connect like that? You know what I mean? How bad do you want to be able to, get into that spiritual realm and, and work. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, yeah. We all have the potential. You know what I mean? But definitely some have it bigger and stronger than others. You know what I mean? Some have it as a point of mission. You know what I mean? Of mission to contract with God type of thing. You know what I'm saying? You know, yeah. You know what I mean? Curious, do you have your what is your IO, Tyrone? What is your do you recall your IO and your E King IO incarnation objective? Um huh. See if this thing is still probably on delay. Anything you wanted to ask. Adrian B, right? You spoke of the third hexagram, right? Did you need some clarity on some on things regarding the third hexagram? Is that your like, was that your IO, your incarnation objective, your, something like a life path kind of reading? You know what I'm saying? Is that when you got that third hexagram? If you're still around? Yeah, I wonder if I have this thing on a slow delay, man. Because definitely, Pinza Salah. Okay, yeah, let me see. I can't get back this. Oh, customization. Let's see what that looks. Customization, slow mode. Enter a number between 1 and 300. Well, it's that 60. How about I go 0? No, you can't do 0. All right, I'll do 1. See if that works. Slow mode is on. Send a message every 1 second. Okay. All right. So Tyrone says, not sure what you mean. I recall you doing it. Okay. I did your IO. Okay, so what was it? I don't have your IO on off top. But you should. Or at least you should have it written down, man. I know you got your IO written down. Oh, wait a second. Okay, so this time. All right, okay. I got it downloaded. You mean downloaded spiritually, or you mean how you mean? Because was it a video that I did? Did I send you a video of it and you downloaded that? Like, what do you mean you downloaded? Well, what was it? I mean, if just tell me like if you remember it, because I'm trying to. Okay, so okay, so you don't remember is what you're saying off top. You're saying you gotta look at the tape. I was asking that because you were saying, like thinking about your gifts and things like that. Like I was trying to get to what your IO would say regarding that. Regarding your uh, contract with God. You know what I mean? Your mission, your path. I think we lost Adrian. Peace. See you next time. Yeah, man, it's such a shame that the other stream got done did that I had to get rid of it because I couldn't do nothing with it. And now, yeah, it represents a blank link. So I don't know what's that about. I don't, I don't know why. I was able to schedule a live stream before and then tap into it. So I tried to do that now, and it told me that I need to use a software or something like that. So then, but it gave me the option to go live from right here. So I'm like, I don't understand how that worked. And I don't understand how that didn't work. Right? But I don't know. Whatever. Yeah, well, yeah, we're 45 minutes in, man. Looks like it's just me and you in this joint. And you know, if there's no, if you don't have any other business to attend to, man, I'm going to get ready to get off this joint and get some more rest because I've been up since before 6 o'clock this morning. Okay, thank you for time. Yeah, man. I mean, like I said, did you have a question or something like that 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 you wanted me to go into or something like that, man? I was here to do some readings, man, but I don't know if people got confused because of the different stream or what, or it probably could have just been nobody just showed up. But yeah, man, if there's nothing else, man, I'm gonna say peace. You know. But yeah, like we can talk about that sometime, man. Like when you have your IO or whatever, you know what I mean? Tell me about it. We can talk more about it, about you know, about your mission, about, what's going on with you. Because like I say, you have those gifts, then, that could be a clue of something, you know. Not everybody's tapped in, you know what I mean? Those who are, many times have a reason to be, you know what I'm saying? And a reason to cultivate that gift. So yeah, man, I'll put it back on you, right? All right, all right, brethren. Well, can fear be considered an entity? Can fear be considered an entity? Mm. Well, I know fear to be an emotion that many times comes from bad kidneys. Many times you have bad kidneys, you're susceptible to fear. Now, I don't know if that's susceptible to an entity called fear or just susceptible to a portion of our offset faculty that may get afraid. Or, Tem Heru would also look like fear. Um, but yeah, I don't, before I would call it an entity, I would look at the fact that, you know, offset and the Tem can hold on to fear, you know what I mean? And like I said, Heru as well. So, and those aren't necessarily entities, those are aspects of us. So we can go to a place in our offset faculty that is fear. It's just, something that is not considerate of our higher aspects. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, yeah, I don't. I can see how, like, just listening to various levels of material, what I mean, I could see where that idea could come in, but I don't know if it's that deep. You know what I'm saying? Um, I got the sense one has been around me since I was small, but that's for me to meditate on. Absolutely. All right. Yeah, I mean, it could be that there's an entity around you. I don't know if that entity would be called fear, you know what I'm saying, necessarily, you know what I'm saying? It could just be a negative entity that makes you afraid, or could be just an entity that makes you afraid, strikes you a certain type of way. You know what I'm saying? Um, let's see. Let me see. I'm trying to think of a question I could pose to address that to the oracle. Right? Let's comment on the likelihood of an entity being around Brother Tyrone. All right, so yeah, let's go in with that. Let's comment on the likelihood that there is an entity around Brother Tyrone. Got Hedharu Tuchas. Seker Hetep. Hedharu Seker. So that makes me say your imagination. You know what I mean? As a child, that makes me say that it's likely you're having an imagination situation, and the second would probably be meditate on it. You know what I mean? Go into trance to, because there was probably some sort of a manifestation, but how it manifested to you, maybe you're afraid of it. So, you know, yeah, it's like meditate on that. Apply the stillness to your spirit. You know what I mean? And go to those moments to receive more insight on what that was. You know, that's what I think that's saying. Yeah, word up. Yeah, yeah, no problem. All right, man. So it looks like it's just us in the house. I think there's one more person here, but they quiet for now. um, yeah. Unfortunate that stream that I lost that stream. So I don't know. So yeah. So I guess it's going once, going twice. You know what I'm saying? Anybody else got any more questions? If not, then we'll go and maybe set this up another time. You know what I mean? When I got more subscribers that are willing to tap in. You know what I'm saying? Um, you know, yeah. Okay. All right. Well, folks, I'm gonna go ahead and say peace and love, and we do this again. Maybe I should, it's hard these days to do, this because I'm doing other things, and I don't, I'm doing some stuff that I need to do, very much so need to do, and YouTube is kind of like, what I mean, a secondary concern. So it's like, if I put more on this plate here, I neglect things in other places. So, that's why I haven't really been streaming a lot. You know what I mean? But I probably need to stream more and to be able to get more audience and things like that. You know what I'm saying? But I mean, hey man, I'm gonna do it when I can. You know what I'm saying? Do it when I can. If y'all come, y'all come. You know what I'm saying? Whoever comes, I'll deal with y'all. And that's how we gonna rock out. You know what I'm saying? Can only do what we can do, right? We ain't Superman yet, but we working on it. You know what I'm saying? I appreciate the time. Independent minded, but my man Kaiser. I consider you a blessing. Light is light, true indeed. Peace, fam. Joined in late. Keep it up, brother. Absolutely, yeah, man. All right, man. Well, you here, man. Definitely, you are here. So, what you got for me? You got any questions before we, what I mean? Because we was on the way out, man. We was on the way. You called me at the end, man. So, if you got something, what I mean, question, whatever, I could go in on. Let me know. Let me know. Right. Yeah, man. Because there was something, there was another stream. The original stream that I set up, I was trying to tap into, but it kept saying that I needed some software or something like that. So I just created another stream and, pardon me, and went live with that. So I'm thinking that people who were attached to that or saw that in certain places where I had it linked, didn't, they probably got stepped out or whatever, and if they didn't come to my channel, then they wouldn't see that I'm live. So some of them, I guess, got cut off. Okay, explanation of Jet Tim and Gab Tim reading on Juju being done on a family member. Okay, why does this seem familiar? Almost like I seem like to remember. Was is this is not a new situation? Is this, brother Kaiser Soza? Is this new, or is this an older? Have you been going through this for a while? Did you go through this a little while back? New. Okay. All right. Okay. So explanation of Jet Tim reading. Jet Tim Gab Tim reading on Juju being done on a family member. I sent you an email about it. Okay. Recently? Like inside the last week, you sent me an email about this? Yes. Did I answer it? Did we talk about it? No. Okay. All right. Let me get the email here. Where's the email? One second. Brother, when did you send this? Like, do you know what day it was so I could go to that day and look at my stuff here? Because I've definitely been checking my email about different things here, and I don't kinetic. Okay, now. All right, let me get back to the stream. Mike 8310. What day would that have been? Oh, you say no. Wait a second. I sent you an email about it. Yes, no. All right, Mike 8310. All right, now I'm confused because I know I don't see the email. I've definitely been checking my email. I don't see the email. I don't recall anything under that handle. Um, but I mean, okay. Well, nevertheless, I can speak about it now. You received a Jet 10 Gab 10 for Juju being done on a family member. I guess you're saying, was Juju done? Is there some type of, couldn't tell you the day from email tag Mike 8310. All right, so I just looked through it and I didn't see that. Uh, going back to the 13th right here on my screen here, and I don't see. Okay, Michael. Wait, Michael. Me too. Let's see. Oh yeah, I did it. Michael Johnson. Is that you? Wait a second. Are you Michael Johnson? Yep. Okay. All right. So I did. Sorry to hear the tragic news concerning your loved ones. To give depth clarity on the reading regarding them, I would want to know the exact question you asked and how they died, etc. Off top, if they died of some sort of health illness and not a sudden thing, it suggests perhaps waiting too long for treatment or that the illness had been in them for a while. Okay, now I remember writing this. Yeah. I remember writing this. Then there's two of them, and who say they died of the same cause. We need to break it down like that for more clarity. I suggest setting up a session with me. And yeah, okay. Regarding your ex, okay, yeah, it looks like there was a couple things, and that was the last thing that was said. It was like after I said that, you didn't really reply. Dr. Seuss, which is to say, Evans and Darkness Chance Sector on these as well. When it's hard on finances setup, okay, right. When it's not hard on finances setups with counsel, and we'll dig into it. Right. Yeah. So it looks like I addressed it there. Uh, Cancer, heart attack, thanks. It was hexagram 5, waiting. Right, like something was waiting inside of them. Like, wait, I remember thinking the thought of something like cancer was waiting, right? Gab Tim is an ill state of health. Now, Wajet can mean juju, but Wajet could also mean some complication, of ill health. Um, I don't know if that reading, I would say that though, but that hexagram 5, I don't think 5 is a hexagram that you would get for that. All right, let me see one thing. I mean, because 5 suggests that perhaps it was a sickness waiting, very much like cancer. It's like a related detail of what a cancer would do, would be waiting. Um, let me see something here. Ask Tarot, what is the likelihood of foul play concerning Juju in this situation? Okay, got the Queen of Cups and the Nine of Cups on the bottom. That combination, I would not say that that was Juju. Makes sense on the waiting part. Yeah, Queen of Cups does not suggest some ill intention, right? Queen of Cups actually suggests like great intentions. Like this is someone who is a sweet person, and doesn't seem like they would have been attacked in that way. If others were looking at them like this as well. You know, so this is probably, and then the Nine of Cups is like wish fulfillment. Like just suggested this person, had friends. Page of Pentacles upside down. It's probably just an ill state of health. And then Justice. Justice is like, well, the karma of a situation. Like perhaps, perhaps having something to do with, the person's, how, like, I don't know, like, uh, 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 the development of something. Maybe they were exposed to something that kind of just developed into cancer. With that karma, with that justice there, right? Page of Pentacles, upside down. That could be a ill state of health, or being exposed to something that was ill health wise, or drinking. It could be, did she have a drinking problem? Or cancer and heart attack? No. Okay. Yeah. Or any, were there any habits like, concerning like, like bad habits that would have messed up the health, like drugs or, um, say drinking? I would, if it wasn't drinking, then it probably wasn't drugs or something like that. But the Nine of Cups suggests, perhaps some level of overindulgence, smoking for the other relative, lung cancer. Okay. Yeah. Nine of Cups suggests, some level of overindulgence. Page of Pentacles could be its play on health, and injustice is like a natural progression of what's been initiated through those events, right? Um, yeah. Mm, Two of Wands, Two of Wands, and then the Nine of Wands in the reverse. Nine of Wands is like losing a fight after struggling. You know, yeah, yeah. So I mean, to answer your question, I don't think the cards are talking about it being a situation of someone doing juju. I would venture to say that no, it was probably you know through some health error that occurred with just living. You know what I mean? Just that is what I would where I would go with that. You know, on that particular relative. Um, yeah, Wajek can mean unexpected. Absolutely. So um, you know, yeah, Wajek is absolutely something that you don't see coming. Like that, a surprise, a shock can come out of the blue. Um, yeah, you know. But again, like yeah, it's like how you can't see certain things when they're happening, and then boom, it's too late. You know what I mean? In terms of health, how health works. I mean, sometimes you can see them if you know certain signs to look for, but if it's not on your radar, you're gonna miss certain things. So it's probably there was probably some level of you know the ability to see something early. There always is, like iridology. You look into the eyes, and certain times you can pick up on certain health, you know, situations, in the eyes. But yeah, it's like, if you're not around somebody who knows that, then, it kind of, they don't know to go to the doctor, and then all of a sudden you wound up, damn, I got cancer, or that type of thing. But was there something that gave you that idea? Thanks, bro. I'm not going to keep you. I know you have other business to tend to. Okay. Yeah. Good stuff. All right. Well, yeah. Well, thanks for coming, brother. You know what I'm saying? Definitely thanks for coming out. You know what I mean? And, supporting you out. You another one. You know what I mean? You definitely been hanging out, for a while. You know what I'm saying? Peace. I'm assuming spell work feels like your energy is off, etc. Sometimes then I feel off, then get some information. Certain people was getting information on me. Yeah, yeah. Sometimes spell work can feel like, it's like, okay, if you have a good sense of your own vibration, right? And then you find yourself kind of, I don't know, lethargic or just out of your own vibration, right? Then that can be a sign that someone's working on you, or if you're just in your head and it's kind of a weird vibration, you can't really, a weird vibration, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, that can sometimes be a sign that, but, I would always go to the oracle to find out if that's the case, you know what I mean? Because sometimes you could be something you ate, you know what I mean? A bunch of things you can push it or point it to, you know what I'm saying? Lots of times people just go there, oh, someone's doing something on me, and, not necessarily. You know what I mean? It's not, it's like that. It's like you go this way or this way. Oracles is here to help us verify things like that. So yeah, definitely when you're feeling off, do a reading. You know what I'm saying? Get a reading, you know what I'm saying, to figure out, what I mean, if that's what you should go ahead and put it on. You know what I mean? Yeah. Yeah, man. All right, but yeah, man, definitely hit me up on email. You know what I'm saying? My line is open, you know what I'm saying? I definitely get to y'all as soon as I can. You know what I mean? We discuss stuff. You know how we do. You know what I mean? Yes, I got an overactive brain I gotta work on. You got imagination. That's the reading was saying, right? You got imagination. Have ADHD real bad. Okay. Think that's why I'm receptive. Okay. Okay. Yeah, man. Well, things you could do to hone that in. You know what I mean? Definitely deal with Offset. Deal with Offset about that. You know what I mean? To help you hone that in. I'm in the 5% bracket, even for my age. Blessings to you and Kaiser. True. Definitely. Blessings to y'all both. All right, y'all. Peace and love. We're going to do it again next time.